how to develop yourself as a leader. Worked with leaders all over the world, helped hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. I'm going to give you 7 steps to become a better leader. When we can live life on our terms, on a holistic level, taking into account not just our business lives, but also our health, all of our relationships, from friends, family, partners, the world changes. Okay, so if you're wondering, how can I develop myself as a leader? I'm going to give you 7 specific steps that you can do that are going to help you become a much, much better leader, I promise. So the first thing is consider yourself one of the primary assets of your organization. And what I mean by this is, in some cases, make sure you need to put yourself first. And what you need to do is invest in yourself, your time, your talent, and your treasure. Helping manage your time is going to model the behaviors you need with your team, but you need to make sure that you're not in reactionary mode. You have to transition from a reactionary state to a proactive state if you want to be even a fairly decent leader. So first off, how you choose to manage your time as one of the primary assets of the organization is critical. Second, what are you doing to improve yourself as talent? The fact that you're watching this video shows that you have that inclination, and that's fantastic. But making sure that you're investing time and energy in becoming a better leader is really important. Again, you're improving the asset. And then lastly, sometimes you're going to have to make some financial investments to make that happen. Now, I'm not saying just go out and be willy-nilly. There's a lot of hustlers and snake oil salesmen out there. But when it comes time to make those investments, make sure you do it in a healthy way. So the first thing is treat yourself as an asset and make sure that you invest in the asset. The second thing, as a great leader, if you really want to develop yourself as a leader, is to make sure that you have a crystal clear vision of where you and your team are going. Now, you can do this in multiple ways, but as an individual, you can go through and do a holistic integration of what amazing looks like for your life. Because when you're fully integrated, when you have great home life, when you have great health, you're actually going to become a better, healthier leader. And you're welcome to go to our site, lifeon-yourterms.com. And we've got a tool there about halfway down the page. You can take it, doesn't cost anything, it's free, and it'll give you immediate results on exactly where you are. This will help you to start defining what success looks like for you personally, and then you can build into, where do I want to go? Here's where I am today, where do I want to be in, say, a year? Then the next piece with this, with that vision, is making sure that you are crystal clear in a simplified way that for the organization, you're clear as the leader on where you're going, what that vision looks like. This is one of those things that's completely underrated, but is one of the absolute cornerstones. There are so many organizations out there that have leaders that are like bipolar, or they're all over the place. It's like, oh, we're gonna go do this. No, we're gonna go do this. Oh, no, we're gonna go do this. Oh, no. And they're all over the place. And their people get whiplash, and eventually they say screw it, and they do everything they can to keep their head down. So with this, keep this in mind. You have to have that clear vision. You have to invest that time and energy for that. Okay, the third thing, once you've defined that you need to invest in yourself, protect yourself as the asset. 2, you define and invest the time and energy to figure out what amazing looks like. What's the vision for your life as a whole, but then also for the company. Then the third thing is make sure to share that vision. And this is where I love to steal from Mark Twain, who said, "I'm sorry this letter is so long. I didn't have time to write a short one." I would highly encourage you to invest the time and energy to write the short letter. Invest that time so that it's simple. Less is more. But be really clear and simple on this is what success looks like for us as an organization, and then over-communicate the hell out of it. Because people are going to hear it and say, well, I told them. You got to tell them 7 times. Some of them you have to tell them 17 times, because it's going to go in one ear and out the other, or they're not going to believe it. But by constantly reaffirming this, it's going to help everybody understand, no, this is where we're going. As an organization, as a group, this is where we're going. Now, the fourth thing is, once they understand this is where we're going, the next step is going to be for you to figure out and make sure that they're clear on how are they contributing to achieving where you're going. How are they achieving that success? What are the basic accountabilities that they know they're accountable for, so that they're helping to drive to their vision, to achieve that vision. And if they have a department, what is the vision they have for their department on how the department as a whole is contributing to that success? And then ensuring that you have some form of a metric, something that they know each week. Did we win this week or did we lose this week? How do they know what that is? And more often, you don't have to know what it is, but you have to make sure that it gets found, and then we're going to be tracking it. Now, the fifth thing is making sure that you are ruthlessly but compassionately accountable for yourself, for your team, for everybody. That there is no daylight when it comes to accountability. We hold everybody accountable consistently over and over and over and over. Most leaders screw it up because, they want to be accountable, but this thing happened, and we'll let it slide. Or conflict avoidant, I don't want to talk to them, they won't do it again. And that stuff just slides. So if you can be ultra accountable, very clear with what you're doing, very consistent, compassionate, doesn't mean you're an ass, but hold everybody accountable. This way, they know that they're going to be held accountable. It makes it easier for them. And if they're off, okay, what do we need to do to get back on track? How can you be supportive? How can you be their champion? But they've got to own it. All right, so the sixth thing, once we've done that, is making sure that you're crystal clear on how you model it. If you say, I'm going to hold you guys accountable, but you don't hold yourself accountable, no. That means that you show up at every meeting early or on time. That every meeting you run finishes on time. If you say you're going to do it, by God, you dig in no matter what, and you do it. And if for some reason you don't, you own it. And it's a very rare occasion, and the rest of the team is like, and you model, I need some help with this. But it's the behaviors that you want to drive. What are the behaviors you want to drive? And this is how you drive this, is you establish those expectations and you model it. And then lastly, it's to have fun. Hit that again. The first thing is make sure that you choose to invest in yourself as it was a primary asset. Whatever it takes, the time, the talent, and treasure. The stronger you get, the better you'll be as a leader. The second is define what success looks like for you, both on a holistic level and the vision of the organization. Third, share that vision over and over and over. Make sure that everybody understands it in a simplified version. Fourth, make sure that they're crystal clear on how they're helping achieve that vision and what are the metrics that they know they won or lost that week. 5, hold yourself and others ruthlessly but compassionately accountable across the board. 6, model the behaviors you want to achieve, the trust, the accountability, the vulnerability, the asking for help. And lastly, and most important, is have fun. You can make a lot of money, but if it sucks going into work or it sucks working for you, then why the hell are people going to keep showing up? Now, it doesn't mean you have to be Jack the Lad and everybody loves you. But remember, you're probably not doing brain surgery. And even if you are, I've seen some pretty playful brain surgeons. Don't be afraid of being playful. Don't be afraid of being there and having fun. Helps everybody show up. And candidly, when you do that better, you have more fun. You're going to be better across the board as a leader. So ideally, you found some value. Feel free to go to lifeon-yourterms.com. If you have any comments, questions, you're interested in our course on there, please subscribe to the channel, share this, and again, thank you very much for investing the time. Keep smiling.